Dota League season number 4. It's gonna be 2-game series. Mineski versus First Departure. In this 2-game series, Mineski unfortunately already had a 2-0 loss against Invasion today. They were looking pretty decent in both games, to be honest, but some throwing actions involved. I mean, it wasn't like the biggest of throws, but let's say just questionable plays. But now they're up against First Departure, who have been reunited kind of with their semi-old lineup. So we'll see how well they can perform. I don't think I've casted First Departure with these 5 heroes. Not 5 heroes, what I'm saying, these 5 players. I've casted them with the 4 and 1 stand-in for the last Dota League game they played. So I'm hoping to see how well they can perform. And the same applies for Mineski as well. Can Mineski get a win under their belt for today just to feel a little bit better how things are going on? But coming into this draft now, Mineski having the first pick as also the first ban now because of this. What will they ban out even here? Is it just a standard Razor, Brewmaster, Death Prophet, potentially Tidehunter? Naga Siren, of course, they banned, or no, never mind, not Mineski. It was Invasion banning out Naga Siren against Mineski just to make sure Bimbo doesn't get that hero. But Naga Siren ban wouldn't be horrible against First Departure, and they are taking a long time just banning. For a second there, I thought that maybe somebody is actually disconnected and we're remaking the lobby or something like that, but didn't look like it to begin with. So Mineski just having a hard time, or maybe Bimbo J is AFK, or I don't know. Well, they do ban out the Naga in the end, so they took quite a long while to just figure out that Naga ban, to be honest. It's a good thing for First Departure that they have Miracle, who is just such a renowned Naga player, just because they're gonna get one hero banned even if they themselves wouldn't want to play it. Although I have seen First Departure, when they're in a tight spot, they do tend to go for the Naga. So in the first game, maybe Naga ban not gonna be as impactful, but let's say Mineski wins game number 1. Then for game 2, maybe First Departure would want to go for the Naga, but Mineski most likely will ban it out. So that's not gonna come out. Second ban though, Razor by Mineski, whereas First Departure did start with a Brewmaster, and now do they ban out the Death Prophet or do they ban out the Tidehunter? Or they could also leave both of them open just to make sure you get one of them. Nope, banning out the Death Prophet. So definitely valuing that hero higher. Mineski, they did start with a Centaur pick against Invasion in game number 2. Will they go for the same route, or do they think Tidehunter is going to be a little bit better? Or do they go for some supports instead? Something like an Ogre Magi, Elder Titan possibly straight off as well. Anything like that is possible, I think. So we shall see what Mineski values the highest in this particular series. First Departure, of course, they're a different team than most. They're not afraid to go for like really crazy strategies like Juggernaut cores or Juggernaut mid lanes turning into just cores who outfarm anti-mages, something like that. So I'm definitely hoping to see something else from First Departure. And well, starting with Enigma, that something else is already there. But do they also go for the Tide? Nope. Completely forgetting about the Tide. Ogre, Enigma, they want the early aggression, they want the Death Ball. And I do believe the last time I casted them against Myth Trust, I do believe it was, they did go for the Enigma as well, going for the early push. And Mineski, they're not gonna give just up the opportunity to grab an easy Tidehunter for themselves, since First Departure just disregarded that hero completely. So Tidehunter, Squire of Mage, definitely a good combination, and having a Tidehunter, it's gonna make Enigma's ability to just black hole properly quite hard. But of course Enigma, it's not only a black hole, it's also the Eidolons for the pushing, even the Malphite. If you get like Blink Malphite, it's gonna be just so damn good as far as initiation is concerned, if you have the Blink Dagger as well. But next set of bans, Mineski are starting to remove just really heavy core heroes. The Spectre, I'd like to say that First Departure wouldn't have gone for it anyway, because they like to be a little bit more aggressive early on. Just have a stronger early mid game and really don't even take this to the late game. Of course Miracle, it's not to say that, or not Miracle by himself, but First Departure all in all, that they cannot handle late game. That's not the correct way to put it for sure. But it's just a style. They're gonna have a draft that can fight early on, but also will have a decent amount of late game, so they won't fall off completely if they just are unable to break high ground. But second pick will be the Mirana. No idea yet if it's going to be support or core, but most likely core, although I think I'm not too sure at the moment if it was First Departure themselves, or if it was for the Battle of Central Europe game I casted where Enigma was in the mid lane. So we'll see, but I guess Mirana might be the core in this case here. We will see. It's really hard to just predict at this point, but Mineski going for a check hero as well. A hero that we haven't seen today, but a hero that definitely deserves to be picked up almost in any game. Just the Liquid Fire is such a strong ability. It doesn't cost you mana, it's absolutely free. Once it's maxed out, only a 5-second cooldown, plus the duration is 5 seconds, so you're gonna be able to just keep it on infinitely pretty much. And it also works on buildings, which is just a ridiculous amount of push. The Liquid Fire just goes through the tower so fast, it's not even funny. It's really maybe even slightly too strong of an ability. In that case, at least maybe like... Although, if you would nerf the ability, probably Chikiro wouldn't be picked up at all, just because him being able to push towers is most of the reason why he's picked again. Or picked up at all. But now, First Departure, it's their turn for the 4th pick. Do they go for a mid laner now, for example, or if they do, what's it gonna be? Viper is available. Definitely a good hero to just fight early on. Go for that early mech as well, although they have Enigma, so he could go for straight off Aghanims if need be, maybe a Pipe, or maybe even a BKB. Against Mineski's current lineup, BKB wouldn't be bad already, although they still only have 3 heroes. Or maybe they want to go for something like that Phantom Assassin for themselves instead. Slark is available. Whoa, going for a draw. Okay then. I'm not too sure if Mineski will ban out the Visage though with the other heroes that First Departure has. But of course, throw with the Eidolons is gonna be pretty good as well for just going or pushing down towers. And Mineski so far, they don't have the greatest of counter push. I mean, Tidehunter's Anchor Smash is all well and good, but he has to go in melee range for that. So he might get heavily punished for that already. I mean, Frost Arrows, once they're maxed, 60% slow is just absolutely ridiculously strong. So I'm not too sure Mineski, maybe they want to still ban out the Visage just to be on the safe side. I mean, Visage mid lane solo isn't completely unheard of, although I think I've only seen one played ever. At least I've casted only one of those games, I believe. So 4th pick for Mineski though. Will the Jakiro be a support? Will it be a core role? And well, they do go for a Morphling, so that's a pretty damn heavy carry. First Departure, they have a pretty solid amount of lockdown to try to deal with the Morphling. Even the Gust from the Draw Ranger might just prove to be exactly the thing that they need to get the kill on Morphling. You silence him up, make it so that he can't waveform or replicate out, and just try to burst him down. With an Ogre, it's a little bit easier to burst him, but Morphling, once he goes for that Lincoln Sphere, he shouldn't be afraid of too much if he goes for the Lincolns at all, but if he does, he's not going to get fire blasted, most likely, and that might already be enough. I mean, yes, there's going to be Black Hole, Gust, and the Arrow to randomly hit on you potentially, but that's like so-so. And Mineski, they did clear off the Visage just to be on the safe side. I mean, Familiars with the Precision Aura, they just hurt so damn much, and Visage all in all is a pretty strong hero. Usually finds the farms just because Familiars are split pushing and everything. Gets the Aghanim Scepter, maybe an AC to follow as well, depending on how well the game is actually going for you. But First Departure now, what did they have in mind with this Throw Ranger pick? Like, it can be a pretty just hard carry even in the later stages of the game, but it's kind of easy to bring him down earlier on. So in team fights, can't offer too much. Might be going just for the like Mask of Madness Blink Dagger build just to keep on split pushing or something along those lines. Definitely not the most common of picks, at least not to if it's without that Visage. So First Departure, 40 seconds left. What other crazy things can they bring out here? They probably do not need a support anymore. Maybe a mid laner, maybe a safe laner. If they want some more heals, they could go for a Juggernaut or try to go for one once again, like they did against Myth Trust. If not though, some ranged heroes wouldn't be too bad. I guess you could still try to go for like a Medusa as well. I mean, Ogre Magi, bloodlusting up the Drow as well as the Medusa, plus the Drow providing the Medusa extra damage with the Precision Aura. It would be a pretty solid amount of damage, for sure, but... oh god, it would be maybe a little bit too slow for First Departure, like, and then they go for a Silencer. Look at this, 1 second left, guys. Had they taken 2 extra seconds, it would have meant a random hero, but they got the silencer. It's not a bad hero, especially if you get the Dagenham Scepter, and it should be in a core role as well, which means I like it a little bit more. But what's their laning going to be then? Is it Mirana Ogre support with Enigma being on the lane, just Enigma off lane? Or Mirana Enigma off lane, Ogre Silencer safe lane and Drow mid, something along those lines? Or Drow Ogre safe lane with Silencer mid? How do they run this? As for Mineski, they could go for something like a Lich if they wanted to just Lich Morphling mid lane to try to counter whatever first departure has. Or Lich Tidehunter off lane also wouldn't be bad. Just have Jakiro as a core. And, well, we shall see. Lich also would be something that can stop the Enigma's Black Hole even through BKB with the Chain Frost. So would be maybe even a little bit better in that regard. Ice Armor always gonna help out against Drow Ranger. And even Mirana for a little bit. And of course keeping the buildings alive, Ice Armor would be pretty nice against just a heavy physical damage coming out. They don't have Nether Blast, they don't have Liquid Fire on their side, so first departure, they just rely on good old physical damage, and the Ice Armor would help out greatly against that. So actually, I'm not completely opposed to that Lich pick at all at this point. Although, that would mean that so much will be on the shoulders of the Tidehunter to just get that initiation through, being able to get that perfect Ravage off and to take the fight. But Mineski now going for a Dragon Knight. So not a bad choice. Extra pushing power between the Dragon Knight and the Jakiro. That's actually a hell of a lot of pushing coming out. Morphling, of course, can try to deal with the split pushing of first departure at the same time. Just leave a replicate with your team, TP to a lane, push it out a little bit, replicate back to your team, go fight or go push. So, Mineski's lineup, pretty well rounded to be honest. Dragon Knight, the tanky hero, can build BKB, has another disable with the Dragon Tail against the Enigma. So, we'll see, but first departure, looks like it's going to be Ogre and Mirana support. At least, I think so. Huh, will it? Most likely will. We shall see guys. But, only one hero, one player left to pick up the hero. So we're going to get into the game rather shortly, any second now. And here we are. And we have a straight off pause. No, Mineski, why you do this? Why the hell do you pause? Every single freaking time. We had to wait for you for almost 30 minutes and now you have to pause as well. Not cool, guys. Not cool at all. So, I'm just gonna go over the lineups. So for Mineski on the Radiant side, Yaj, JJ playing the Tidehunter, leaving Johnny on the Morphling, with J, Bimbo to play the Dragon Knight, 5593 Owa on the Jakiro, and the last one will be RR on the Skyriff Mage. As for first departure, Kai, Aluka playing the Mirana, leaving Lobby on the Enigma, with Poloson playing the Silencer, Hana on the Ogre Magi, and Miracle, the last one, to be the Drow Ranger. So they need, at least they said something, they need sec. That's always useful because it's never a second. It's like 5 minutes, something along those lines usually. Wow, this Skyriff Mage. Why so crooked, man? Get your body and head straight, dude. Not cool. Okay, Mineski is ready at least. Mineski is ready. And see, guys, I can break the map. I can get to places nobody else can. I'm lurking from the trees. Okay, what the hell just happened? Boom, bow. Okay. I'm gonna leave those explorations for the time that I'm not showing things to casters. Okay, so. Game's on post. We might be able to sniff out the lanes soon enough. And looking at Ogre Magi at the moment, there's even a chance that there's going to be a core Ogre in this game. I mean, starting with triple branches, Tango, Healing Salve, and the Clarity, plus 185 saved up as well. God damn. First departure, they are always surprising. And I have to admit, I don't know exactly who's playing the supports for them. I mean, I think Aluka Kai, he's always been the support lobby most of the time as well. But I haven't, like I mentioned at the start of the draft as well, seen them too much together with Hana as well as Poloson. It used to be Tafa and KS when I mostly casted them. So, Looks like Ogre core, guys. Ogre offlane, 7 armor, legit. Of course needs boots of speed as well, but it's going to be up against the solo Tidehunter. Not going to be a cool time for the Ogre, I think. I mean, at least Anchor Smash isn't going to harass him all that much, but oh, RR. Gonna run top lane, arrow will not land though. Oh, a little bit unfortunate, otherwise would have been such an easy first blood, to be honest. Already Paulson put on quite the harassment. RR forced to just randomly use the concussive shot just to avoid the curse of the silent. But one camp got blocked. It's not the biggest deal. I mean, only this one blocked. Arrow had it landed though, it would have been huge. I mean, he still would have gotten the ward down, I believe. But that would have just been easy goal for somebody. Mid lane, Miracle is going to be up against Jay. If he had a high ground ward, whether on his own high ground or maybe even like here or place it here, he would always be able to just harass Jay. Excellent range on the Drow Ranger. Of course, until you get marksmanship, your attack speed isn't the greatest. But it's not bad either. Plus, you're hitting for 60 damage already. Whereas Jay... Oh, what? I already missed first blood. Oh god, I suck. So, that just happened. First blood on the top lane. This tri lane, Silence are not gonna have a fun time at all. And, well, that's what you get if your pick's just a semi-greedy lineup like First Departure has so far. Mid lane, Jay takes a heavy load of damage. He already got stunned up as well. One more right click miracle. No, he doesn't have high ground vision. And there's the bottle. Jay, Bimbo, he's gonna be just perfectly fine all of a sudden. Whereas Lobby, he's farming up the enemy jungle. I do believe he got pinged out by this Observer ward. So I really love when teams do this as, oh, Miracle might be in some trouble. There's the concussive shot. Bimbo gets the breathe fire, but it's only a level 1. And Miracle, he's gonna be fine for now. But he's already so low on health. Can't even use the share tango because it's on a cooldown. We'll right click the creep wave once. Try to drag it away. More resistance is coming. Do they have a healing salve on the support? Kai, no he does not. Only has more tangos to share, but those won't do Miracle too much good at all. And so Mineski off to a good start once again. Looking at the bottom lane though, Hana, he's 8-1 compared to a 6-0 Tidehunter. So not a huge difference. And Lobby, he's already on the lane. Doesn't control the Eidolons the greatest just because they got into Anchor Smash range together with the creep wave. But they stay alive, so I guess that's what mostly matters. And do they really want to start to push already? It sure looks like it, although, Hana. There's the Fire Blast, no Ignite unfortunately. It still might be enough. Malphite comes out as well. Will that Kraken Shell be enough to make the escape? Kraken Shell procs, no more Malphite stuns. Hana still keeps on going. Wants to get the smacks. One more, 2 more smacks. And Hana, he's gonna get the kill. So, it's 1 for 1 now. Not bad at all. Mid lane, 11-2. Another arrow lands from Kaido. Comes in with the double damage rune. With the slow of the Frost arrows level 2. Miracle, of course, wants to stay a little bit farther back. And they will not get the kill even with this double damage. A little bit surprising, but 7 armor on the Dragon Knight. Definitely pretty damn tanky. And Miracle, he couldn't really go high ground just because Dragon Tail, a few right clicks plus Breed Fire would have been his own death there. But that's now Alluka landing 2 arrows already, yet unable to just get the kill thanks to the, just because Drow Ranger, well, you can slow, but you don't have any burst damage yourself. And probably now Bimbo just gonna be bottle crowing. Lobby gonna come in and help as well. If they have the Eidolons and the Malphites and the arrow lands, should be a kill. But we'll see if it actually will be as well. Top lane Polosan, he's just trying to pull as often as he can, just get the farm that way. He's up to 6 last, it's almost level 3. Tidehunter definitely doing a lot better, although Hana did go for the Orb of Venom just to harass. And oh, it's not a bad thing to have, I mean, although Tidehunter with the Kraken Shell, pretty damn tanky. Thank God for First Departure that is out of consumables, so that's a positive for them. Top lane though, RR wants to come in from behind. Curse of the Silent only lands on Johnny. Owa manages to just stay out of the range, just slightly though. So Polosan gonna have to be so extremely wary of this. Jay once again drops low mid lane, but Frost Arrows, they are good for slowing, but they're not maxed out quite yet. Oh, another arrow, it's onto the range creep this time around. Haste rune on the top lane as well, for sure. Dragon Knight gonna bottle it up, but once he gets level 6, he might even go for the Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger, double Brave Band, and that is one of the reasons I don't think Drow is the greatest mid laner solo. As Polosan, oh, they're gonna dive. Polosan not casting anything yet, doesn't want to give away his position. He's casting and cancelling, oh god. Will somebody even be able to assist him in the mid lane though? An arrow lands once again onto the Dragon Knight. He's pretty damn tanky, but Miracle, I think with the Frost Arrows level 3, they should have enough. But the haste, no, the haste! They're bottling up as well. Oh god, 19 HP. He survives in the meantime. Poloson, waveform comes out. He uses the last word, Curse of the Silent, but it's not gonna nearly be enough to get any counter kills. Just brings down Owa to like quarter the HP, a little bit more. But mid lane, god damn Dragon Knight, that haste rune. Invis rune, of course, might have been enough as well, but having the haste, 19 HP to escape with. My god, how close was that? Way too close for comfort, to be honest. So Miracle, what I was trying to say is that throw mid lane isn't the greatest just because if you get harassed, you don't have any means of regeneration. You don't go for a bottle. There's the Breathe Fire concussive shot. Down to 100 HP. Come on. No, Kai could have at least brought him a healing salve. Miracle had... Oh, never mind. They're going to go for Bimbo. Poloson even comes in with the last word. Breathe Fire activated. Still dropping low, but they need a little bit more Curse of the Silent already in cooldown. And Bimbo, does he want to turn it around? Kai comes in aggressively as well. Concussive shot. Slowed down. Turns around. Has a leap on cooldown already. But Miracle, he cannot help with anything just because he's that low. Had he had more HP, I think it would have been like 2 kills on the Dragon Knight, but he just couldn't afford to go too close. So this mid lane, at least he's getting last hits, 26 to 9, but Dragon Knight is as well. And Dragon Knight, he's been heavily harassed by a just multitude of arrows already. So 6 minutes in, 2 to 1 is the kill score. Not massively action-packed, although tier 1 already on the top lane is down. Jakiro, thanks to that, had the space to rotate to the other lanes as well. And of course Liquid Fire, although it's level 2, it was plenty. And now Jay wants to come top lane. Elder Dragon form stunned onto Poloson as well. I think they need a waveform to follow up, and Johnny not going to get in range unless Hana comes in as well. He's rather low HP. Johnny, no adaptive strike, no level 4 waveform. So not going to go under the tower just because, well, if you get stunned under the tower, you just might be dead. But Hana hit rotation just didn't do anything. Kai rather low as well on both mana and HP. Another arrow lands, but they can't do anything with Miracle Land. From the backlines, Pimbo comes in. Breathe Fire will catch 2 Dragon Tail already used. Arcane Bolts flying onto Miracle as well. This just isn't going the greatest at all. I mean, for first departure that is. But they want to go for J. Another set of Frost Arrows comes out. This time it's gonna be enough. Miracle, he got the kill finally. Rare Silencer picked it up. They're going to go for Owa as well. Is it going to be enough? In the meantime, RR comes in from the background. Arcane Bolt. Wow, okay. That was huge. That was huge. Silencer style. He got level 6, but not only that, he got 6 points of intelligence stolen. Scarf Mage tried to go for a smart just wrap around, but he was a little bit too slow. So first departure, they took great advantage of the Scarf Mage not being there, going for the aggression themselves. Yes, they lose 2 heroes, but Silencer getting level 6 plus 6 points of intelligence for it, stolen. It's completely worth it. And he can even go for a Hand of Midas if he wants to. Not gonna be a fast one, but might just guarantee him the levels as well as the Aghanim Scepter somewhere along the line, or whatever build he wants to go for. In the meantime, Lobby is still level 5, so not a fast Enigma you're used to seeing, but it's still more than the supports of Mineski are getting. Although they are also level 5, so level-wise, it's even. Farm-wise though, global gold is what Mineski is relying on. Liquid Fire still bringing the tower lower and lower. Still Hana is around. So they're going to be able to defend, but they're grouping up so many people. Although Sen, so again, so are Mineski. Then again, so are Mineski, right? Elder Dragon form popped by Jay already. You don't usually want to initiate into that. Johnny, he's around as well. So they also have the Tidehunter here. He purchased his Arcane Boots. Coming in now, the smoke is there. Oh god, they really want to fight. Although, disarm on Dragon Knight for a little while. Poloson, last word, level 3, still on cooldown for another 10 seconds due to it. And oh, come on, can they get the huge Ravage off? They have the Global Silence. I don't think they will have enough mana for all of Enigma's spells, though even with the Soul Ring. But he will have the Black Hole in theory if needed. Oh, Kai, he's gonna run into 3. Well, he's dead. Can they turn it around now? They want to go for more lobby. Going for the Black Hole. Will catch all 3 of them. They need a little bit more. Ignite will be there as well. Finally, Global Silence will follow immediately after the Black Hole. That's the support down, but they just lacked the damage. Miracle was a little bit too late or spent a little bit too much time running. So they get the tier 1 as well. They get the Silencer down in the meantime. It's an excellent race for Mineski because they get the tower. They get more kills. in general. Plus, they get the black hole and the global silence to go on cooldown. That was just not a good fight. First departure, they completely lacked the burst damage. I mean, where is it gonna come from? Last word, single target. Throw can only right click one target, and even that isn't super scary. I mean, he's hitting for 160, so 10 minutes in, it's quite a lot, but they can just go for one target, and even then they don't have a crazy burst damage for that, unless Ogre comes in with huge multicasts. But it's a core Ogre, and he's gonna have to accomplish so much in this game to just justify that Ogre core pick. At least Kai is attempting to stack the Ancients. Failed this time. A little bit unfortunate, just some... those Ancient Thunder Heights too slow, blocking each other. As Johnny is going for that Manta style probably straight away, just to get rid of the global silence. Or any kind of silence for that matter, more or less. Hey, arrow flying. Will land once again. Kai, he's landed so many of them, but can they follow up with the kill? Midnight Pulse is there, Malphite as well to follow. Still don't think it's gonna be enough unless Miracle, he needs those arrows to land. There's the first slow, so it's gonna be enough with that. They get the kill, finally Miracle finds the kill onto the Dragon Knight. Took him quite some time, but better late than never. So slowing things down, but in the meantime, Mineski, they are already going for the tier 1 bottom lane. Liquid Fire applied. Right clicks coming in from Johnny as well. Liquid Fire, it's level 3 still. Needs another level to get it to level 4. Wait for Muse to clear off the creep wave as Miracle. Together with the Eidolons, together with Lobby, they're gonna go for Roshan. Lobby takes some damage from the slam. Miracle gonna come in and close as well. He has the lifesteal, has the Morbid Mask though. He should be perfectly fine here. Let the Eidolons tank for a little bit at some point. And then just go again. Ignite in the meantime used by Hana. Trying to slow things down. Arrow will not land this time around. Everybody does steer clear of it. They still have the Ravage as well. They didn't even need that in the last fight. God, can they deny the tower at least? Yes! Silencer gets the deny. And Aegis is there for first departure. So not a bad trade at all. Too bad that Lobby is on such low HP. Doesn't have that mech. He's still going in. What? That's a little bit suicidal. That's Johnny. He waiting for him in. There's the Fire Blast. Multicast as well. There's the Global Silence. Johnny, can he make it out? He's dropping low. The last word is already used. As is the Starstorm. He's gonna go down. The Ravage will catch 2 in return. Ice Path as well to follow. Hana, he's still alive. He's so damn tanky. Another stun. The slows from Miracle. They're gonna get you over as well. Another last word. Follows on getting more and more intelligence. And now Tidehunter. No Ravage. He's most likely gonna go down. Kraken Shell is just not gonna be strong enough. And finally, first departure. They managed to string that fight together. Even Lobby came in from behind. Just a Midnight Pulse down. Create the Eidolons. Help with the pushing a little bit. Come on, micro the Eidolon. Don't let the Eidolon die. Aww. Not getting the most efficiency out of his Eidolon thanks to that. But tier 1 down anyway just because Miracle. He's level 11 all of a sudden thanks to that fight. Level 2 marksmanship. A pretty damn good ability if you ask me. Just giving damage to everybody except the Ogre Magi. Of course, in the meantime, Bimbo on the Dragon Knight. He was not in that fight. So that was why Mineski was hurting that much. If they just had the Breed Fire Dragon Tail, would be pretty good. But he was split pushing in the meantime. Got the tier 2 tower down to half HP. So not a bad thing. But Miracle Mask of Madness done. What's his next item? Is he going for the Blink Dagger or is he going for something else entirely? Something IG Blaze. But they're always going to find Jakiro. There's the slows coming out with the Mask of Madness. Ice Armor completely whiffs. Didn't even have proper vision of Miracle. And Miracle gets the kill. Probably should get an easy escape as well now. He might stay around for too long though. I mean, he has the Aegis, but doesn't guarantee you your escape. Although Kai hanging on the top lane, gonna see Jay. Jay has himself the Shadow Amulet, so he's going for a Shadow Blade. Not a common item these days, but Hana wants to come in as well. No points into Bloodlust. Is he gonna be fast enough? Elder Dragon form on cooldown. And he's invised up. Arrowed. Midnight Pulse coming off cooldown in 1 second. They know he's there 100%. He cannot move. There's the Midnight Pulse. So, it's just a matter of time. It's not going to be the fastest kill, but it's going to be a kill in the end anyway. Oh, they have a sentry now. So, Polosan gonna get more intelligence. That's 14 points stolen 14 minutes in. That is not bad at all, considering the start that he had. Has a Hand of Midas now as well. So, he's gonna get guaranteed farm from now on, guaranteed levels. It's not looking bad at all. Suddenly, Aluka also has Urn of Shadows. And looking at the graphs, what used to be almost a 3k net worth lead for Mineski is now about 2k for first departure. XP, well, it was only about 1500 anyway for Mineski at one point. Now 4k for first departure, and there's a Blink Dagger for Draw Ranger. Oh, more fights. Polosan gonna get initiated upon by the Jakiro, but well, the initiation was a little bit lackluster. They couldn't really get that Mystic Flare positioning. Shadowblade picked up on Bimbo. They want to follow up. Ice Path will be there with a bit of a delay on my side. But Lobby, he's gonna come in from the side. Oh god, this is gonna be horrible. Follows on drop slow, might even go down here. And he does, so he's not gonna get the intelligence for the Jakiro kill, nor the Skyrof Mage. So nicely done getting that silencer down at least, and that makes it not a horrible trade. I mean, yes, it's 2 supports, but you get the enemy core down. It's so. I think silencer should have played this a little bit more passively, although then again, anybody could have just gotten Mystic Flare like that. So Mineski now, they have their own good things in return coming out. For example, the biggest item being JJ's Blink Dagger on the Tidehunter. That's gonna allow him to actually position that Ravage a little bit better as well. Shadowblade on Dragon Knight, maybe it's gonna come as a surprise. First Departure not carrying a gem or anything, and only 1 sentry is down where they got the kill before. Tower though, can they deny this? Oh, yes they can. So tower denied, all is fine. Johnny gonna have that Manta style as well. He's still number 1 in net worth, so that's a good point for him. Miracle going for a Yasha next by the looks of it. Just a pretty standard build, but now Dragon Knight on the hunt with the Shadowblade. Can he make his Shadowblade revelation a great one? As they're gonna find Kai as well. Oh god, no escape. Silenced up. Ice Path down. Poor Mirana, nothing for him to do. But now, Mineski, can they push anything? Elder Dragon Form still on cooldown, so it's not gonna be the easiest, but they will have the Liquid Fire and the Blink Ravage to pack themselves up. If they could bait out the global silence, things could go a little bit more smoothly for them, of course. But baiting it out so that you're not going to lose anything is the hardest part. Shadowblade once again from Bimbo. Where is he going to go with this? Just past the tower. Oh god, Hana. Do not run too far. Shadowblade ends though, but there's the Elder Dragon form. I don't think there's going to be back up or Blink. Gosh, buying some time. They need a little bit more arrow. Will land straight into the Tidehunter. Can First Departure turn it around? TPs are coming, it's still stunned up. Should have enough. There's the Ravage onto 3, but it was just a disengaging Ravage. They get a tier 2 at least, so I guess Ravage for a tier 2 and a global silence is not that bad. And never mind Bimbo, he stays around. I think even Nova cancels his TP and he's gonna go for Hana. Another Elder Dragon form, still has the Breed Fire. Another Gush as well, should be enough. The arrow comes there, but the kill has already happened. Multicast is around. Lobby silenced up before the black hole. Beautifully done by Mineski. Another Ice Path with the Mystic Flare. They get the Enigma down. They lose the Elder Titan Polos and get some more intelligence. But RR still around. They want to fight a little bit. If only they had Waveform there. Miracle comes in. Nice Gust lands on 2. There's the Frost Arrows. Another Anchor Smash. They bring down Polos on Waveform. Kills off Hana. Johnny has arrived. And Miracle going for Ova next. Dual Breath was used with the Liquid Fire, so I think Miracle gonna lose his own life as well. Anchor Smash. There's the Adaptive Strike pushing him a little bit farther away. Blink coming off cooldown. Gust lands on 2. Blink for what? Miracle. He blinks, but not too far. He's still in trouble. Once the silence ends, he's dead. Waveform. Not even. What? Oh. Okay. Well, he gushed the Draw Ranger down. I don't know what exactly happened to Dota at this point, but Mineski, they win a huge fight. Morphling gets more farm. Miracle, he did clean up a little bit, but not enough. He just doesn't have the ability to just tank up the damage focused on him. Plus, of course, not only that, once somebody gets close to him, he's going to lose half of the marksmanship bonus. And look at this. All of a sudden, Tidehunter, he more or less just finished the Blink Dagger before, and now only 250 away from the mech, so gonna give them some extra sustain in the fights, extra armor as well to deal with the physical of the draw. And not only the draw, any ranged hero gets the precision aura for the extra damage. So 16 to 17, looking at the graphs again, they are more or less zeroed out now in net worth. XP about 700-800 in the favor of Mineski. So the game is, let's say, almost at the like first minute part. But Mineski, when do they have the Ravage again? 28 seconds, Global Silence coming off in 6. First Departure, do they force anything? I mean, they have an Enigma, they have a mech of their own on Lobby. 1.9k on the in the bank on him as well. Is he going for, what's he even going for? Is it just straight off BKB? Because if he has BKB, nothing can touch him. I mean, literally nothing can stop that ultimate from coming out. Maybe if somebody goes for a basher, but I don't really see Johnny going for a basher, for example. So, well, that hasn't happened for a while. My Adobe player crashing. Or player. Oh god. There's a Moonlight Shadow. Jay runs past them. They have the sentry though. They see Kai. Oh, poor Kai. Once again, Mirana is going to go down. They're going to lose the tower thanks to that waveform even used. Johnny just wanted to get the kill for himself. Aghanim Scepter is finished on the Ogre Magi pretty fast, but it was a core 1 Miracle. Comes in with a Gust, which is gonna do absolutely nothing to stop the push. So another tier 2 down. First departure Pulse, and he was trying to split push, but the Shadow Blade. Oh god, Bimbo, he comes in. But he cannot really use the Elder Dragon or the Dragon Tail. But he uses it anyway, just when the silence was about to come out. But now Polosan going for the TP out. Can they stop it? Ice Path, Anchor Smash. It will be enough damage to bring him down. So he got his assistance. If he had been solo, he could not use the Dragon Tail just because once the Dragon Tail ends, he can just TP out. So Mineski, not looking bad at all. They still have the Ravage as well, so they can force even more to just get the last tier 2 on this bottom lane here. Maybe go for Roshan once it respawns, but they got a pretty damn long respawn timer. Almost maxed out as well, about 10 minutes, 40 seconds or so. Too bad that Hana is level 11, doesn't have the Bloodlust Miracle. He gets slowed down, silenced up as well. Mystic Flare, he gets to run out of it with his Mask of Madness. Damage was already done for the most part, but he's just too fast with the Mask of Madness. Now Johnny, there's the multi-cast, triple one. Can they have the damage necessary, the Gust? He waveforms out of it, so he's fine. Miracle, he goes down. Ravage only catches Lobby, but it's perfectly fine. No Black Hole to come out yet, or is there Black Hole? Only catches one as well. There's the Ice Path to cancel it, and suddenly they're in a bad position. Johnny, he's gonna have another waveform, but he gets multi-casted down before Lobby. He's the one liquid fired up now. No blink for him, just purchases the Mithril Hammer before his death. Hana gonna get silenced up as well, wants to go for the kill. Ice Path misses Lobby, as Jay wants to get the Dragon Tail or anything on Hana. He's blocked in now. That's a dead Ogre Magi. They're gonna get maybe Lobby as well. Oh, keeps on chasing down Ice Path. Does land another Liquid Fire. That should be enough. And now they're going for Kai next. Kai, Aluka has the leap, TP out. But Mineski win a huge fight for them. And just 28 to 18. Unfortunately, they lose the Morphling because Morphling chose to stick around a little bit too long, or maybe didn't use the waveform in time. And oh god, Mirana's leap actually makes it so that Mineski, they're still trying to just look for him, hunt for him. And that's gonna be Yule Scepter finished soon enough on Owa. And that's gonna mean that just Yule Scepter up into the Ice Path. It's one of the craziest setups. And looking at first departure's lineup, Polosan doesn't have his Aghanim set. He did get a decently timed Hand of Midas, but has died quite a couple of times after. So that means that's not the greatest thing. Enigma is a strong hero, but he, unless he really gets like a 5-man Black Hole, and even then if he gets it, where's the AoE damage to follow up from first departure still? Of course Ogre Magi double stun might be enough, and they're going for Roshan. Once again, it's going to be Roshan number 2 still. Miracle, he's soloing it so far. Moonlight Shadow's used just to make sure Polosan escapes the clutches of Johnny, who's going for a shotgun now by the looks of it, has the Ghost Scepter already. It's not a bad item. I mean, if you get Global Silence, you can still blow somebody up with the shotgun. Or, well, I guess you can't adapt the strike afterwards, although if you have the Manta Cell ready, you can get rid of the Global Silence, so that's not a big deal. And Miracle, is he going for a BKB or is it an SNY? To be honest, I hope it's a BKB just because Mineski, they have so much lockdown, so much magic damage, and oh god, Bimbo, he has himself a Haste Rune and a BKB finish with this creep wave. With a Haste Shadow Blade, BKB Dragon Knight. If they actually go for a fight when they have the Ravage, which is going to be up in 6 seconds, they probably should be able to win a fight, unless Lobby gets a huge Black Hole. But Moonlight Shadow's already in cooldown, so the initiation aspect of that won't be there. Yule Scepter done on Jakiro now as well. At least they have the Aegis on Miracle, so that's a good sign. They have 49 points of extra damage on the ranged heroes as well. But that's probably not going to do them too much good. Yaj going for that, JJ, that is. Going for that Refresher Orb now. And, oh, I guess he's going to complete it by like 30 minutes in, depending on how the next 7 minutes go for Mineski. But there's a hasted Shadow Bladed Bimbo hunting for anything he can find. Miracle, he's going to the Ancients or towards the Ancients at the moment, which they don't even spawn thanks to, I think, their own Sentry Ward, or maybe they blocked it themselves. It's a delicate... Oh no, what? Oh, Bimbo, he popped the BKB and Miracle even got the blink out. That's so unfortunate. Oh god. So 10-second BKB charge. We're not getting pretty much anything out of this. That does hurt, to be honest. But BKB about 900 gold away for Miracle. He needs that BKB before they fight. And I think Mineski, they would do well if they pressure the fight before that. Although there's an Aghanim Scepter now. Just before this fight, Silencer finishes up his Aghanims. That's a huge item pickup. Although not too sure if it's even going to save this building here. Just because they're going to have a replicate of the Dragon Knight, which means Corrosive Breath is still going to be there. It's going to be a tanky replicate. They have the Ravage Blink. Miracle wants to come in from behind, but he is vision. Oh, Johnny, he gets arrows. First departure. Is this the opening? Gust is there as well. Blink forward. There's the Global Silence with the Aghanim Scepter. Starstorm not going to connect on anybody. Mech used. They're all just perfectly fine. Johnny drops a little bit low, but Ghost Scepter keeps him alive from Miracle's right clicks. He has the bottle as well. Got morphed into Strength Heavily. They just back off now. Defender top tower. Back off, although Miracle wanted to go in. Got Use Sceptered up. Ice Path as well. So still everybody should be fine most likely. So at least Miracle will get his BKB before dying in the next fight. But that was Global Silence used pretty nicely as well. They got the arrow on Morphling and still first departure unable to do anything about this. Lobby, of course, not having a blink there hurts a little bit. And oh, whoa, that's going to be Lobby's own BKB. So if he finds the positioning for it and actually remembers to pop the BKB before the black hole, he should be perfectly fine. But can he remember that is another question. Still looking at the graphs now, it's about a 2.3k net worth lead for Mineski XP. About 3k as well. Slightly dipping down, but a lead nonetheless. Just Mineski, I guess. Morphling and Dragon Knight are taking most of the farm. Hand of Midas on the Silencer, of course, helping out quite a bit there as well. Without the Hand of Midas, probably he would be a lot poorer than he is at this time. But BKB also faced the Miracle, so they have the double BKBs. Might be enough for Miracle to just stand his ground and really properly man-fight this. Although even then, he's not invincible. I mean, 1200 HP is not that much, to be honest. Although Morphling, not the scariest physical damage dealer quite yet, and neither is the Dragon Knight. They do quite a lot, but Miracle should be able to survive that with just... Okay, I wanted to say lifesteal, but then again, if you activate Mask of Madness, you also take increased damage. But oh, a 5-man smoke. First departure, they have had enough. They're gonna go in. Blink from Miracle, the slowdown with the Gust as well. Multicast comes through, arrow will land onto Overwatch Akiro. He's gonna lose his life. The mech comes out. But there's the Global Silence as well. They might even get Tyler. They need so little more. Last word, anything at all. Can they get him into vision? But they pop the dust. There's the Ravage. Will catch 4. Mystic Flare onto 2 as well. Beautiful waveform. Catches 3. There's the Black Hole only. Oh, never mind. It's onto 2. The 2 cores as well. They're gonna get 1. Johnny might lose his life. Manta Style keeps him alive. He's gonna get silenced up now. And there's the Fire Blast to bring him down. Miracle blinks into the trees. That's a little bit weird. But they get 3 heroes. They don't lose a single one. For a second, Mineski looked like they can maybe even turn it around. Beautiful Ravage, caught 4. Mystic Flare got split between 2, so that wasn't maybe that great, but waveform followed on 3 as well. But the Dragon Knight not being able to do anything. He even had a BKB on while he got black holed. He still went down to the physical damage of first departure. I guess Precision Aura does quite a lot, so you need to bring down Drow, but he had the Aegis. Thank God for first departure. Now they're already pressing tier 3. Oh god, this is escalating, guys. Ice Path will be there though. They need a little bit more. There's the Mystic Flare as well. Anchor Smash. Miracle drops low polos and helps to tank it up. There's the mech from Lobby. They keep themselves alive. Macropyre used. Do not run into it. They kill off Oa. And they're gonna go back to the tier 3. Miracle's BKB is on cooldown though. Can they get the Rex as well? They're gonna get the Rex. Are you kidding me? Blink, Anchor Smash. Never mind. They're not gonna get the Rex. They get hunted away. Now JJ gonna come in. Gonna go for the Breed Fire. Nope. He gets silenced up before. But it's fine because they get the kills anyway. They're gonna get Hana next. No escape from this. Johnny breaks it up with the Adaptive Strike. Others got the TP out, but they defend the Rex somehow. Never mind. Oh, the Eidolons with the Siege Creep. They brought down the melee Rex. Range Rex will go down next. Oh god, that is the problem with chasing for kills. You need to make sure you do not lose the Rex. If you save the melee Rex, they will regen up ever so slowly. But at least they would have been alive. Now, first departure, they're gonna have this mid lane pushing in at all times, but Mineski still have a pretty damn strong lineup. 1 melee Rex is not gonna break them for sure. I mean, they have that Oblivion stuff, another 1.5k in the bank for the Tidehunter. So once they get the double Ravage, even this Global Silence is probably not gonna be enough. Although, having said that, Poloson suddenly has an Oblivion stuff of his own, and another 2.3k gold and that Hand of Midas running. So he's gonna get this double Silence faster than Tidehunter will get his double Ravage most likely. Although it's gonna be pretty damn close. They have about the same amount of gold stashed up. Blink Dagger also on the Dragon Knight just to get a little bit closer, a little bit faster. Although Blink and Shadow Blade is like so. You won't want to get some sort of damaging items. Maybe AC to mitigate the physical damage of First Departure, plus boost up your own or something like that. I mean, Johnny has a E-Blade now at least, so that's a good sign. But he needs to be so careful with his Manta style usage. I think in the last fight he like dodged or got rid of Global Silence, but then got casted straight after using the Manta style, something like that. And Blink Dagger on Lobby as well. Oh, but they get the stun on the Polos and BKB activated as well. Can they save him? Mech is there. Bloodlust for the extra movement speed. Level 3 Dragon Knight slows him down, but they're going to go for the Replicate first. Miracle gonna back off. Smartly so. Dragon Knight. The Replicate is dropping low and probably gonna lose its life. It's not a big deal. I mean, Morphling, he's around anyway. So they didn't really need to use the Replicate to join the team. And oh, Miracle. He gets the blink out before RR gets vision. Nighttime vision. Without that, I think Mineski might have been able to jump Miracle properly there. They placed down a nice ward now as well. And I think they saw the smoke. Maybe it was just on the edge. I think they saw it. They're backing off. Although First Departure, they're just going for a straight wrap around. Mineski, they're ready to fight us. They have the Ravage. Although Elder Dragon form, it's gonna wear off. He has a double damage, but without the Elder Dragon form, being in melee form, it might not just be enough. They're going for Morphling. Morphling might just completely break the smoke and scout everything out and even escape. Ice Path used. Things are getting tight. Come on, can they find anybody? Waveform over the river, so Johnny, he's safe for now. It's just such a standoff at this point. But First Departure, like, screw these guys, we're just gonna push for range racks then. Mineski, they smoke up in return. What is their plan? Do they go for Roche or they can't go for Roche? They would lose their base too fast. Although they're running into them, oh god, they clash. Just 5, all of them grouped up. Oh god, if they had the black hole right about them, Poloson, he's gonna go down immediately. Misty Flare as well, the Ravage is there, Global Signs with the black hole. Oh god, look at that, the Midnight Pulse is down as well from before. It caught free, but the damage wasn't quite there. It's a Skyriff for a Silencer, then Silencer of course had to buy back. Miracle drops low as well, can they get the kill on him? BKB finally activated, multicast onto Johnny, completely out of mana. Bimbo, he's getting outrun, Arrow will not land on anybody, but they get the kills. They just managed to kite them around. Owa didn't want to go out with the gem, or does he? Lobby blinks forward, gets the Malphite as well. Yule Scepter used, unrefined Fire Blast. Poloson comes in to steal the intelligence, 28 points of it stolen altogether. Had to buy back, but they win the fight. And what? GG called straight away? Well, I guess they, with the First Departure, everybody alive and no buybacks on Mineski, they can go for straight throne. Oh god. Mineski, they were looking pretty good even at some point, but the fights were just taken better by First Departure. The BKB is kiting them around. God damn, Mineski, just not their day. They have come so damn close. It's really just not fortunate. It's not their day, I have to say. Of course, Dragon Knight going for Blink and Shadow Blade was like so. The Shadow Blade really didn't accomplish too much, but anything else maybe wouldn't have been better. Maybe first Mineski should have just focused a little bit more on just 5-man pushing, just trying to deathball things. But in any case, guys, Mineski, they still have a chance to just tie up the series. It is a 2-game series after all. This was only game number 1, so do not fret, Mineski. They will show us something else most likely in game number 2, so stay tuned, stick around for game 2 as we're heading straight to it. And as always, appreciate it that you came, guys. Hope you enjoyed the cast. If you did, be sure to follow HeflaTV for more content on our social media. It's Facebook and Twitter.com/HeflaTV. The VODs uploaded to YouTube, YouTube.com/HeflaMok. The links are below the stream as well. If you want to follow me or leave me some feedback or anything, it's at Coucher everywhere pretty much. So see you for now and just see you in game number 2 in a couple of minutes.